Hola mis serenitas, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Chiquita Serenita, and today we're doing a review tutorial and swatches of Juvia's Place mini palette, and this is the one that's called Taupes. Now, being that I'm a very warm, neutral skin tone, sometimes all of you, just depending on what brand we're talking about, because every brand is different and every brand does different tones for your skin and stuff. This one I did not like. I feel like it's very extremely cool tone. Too cool tone for my skin tone. That's like a mouthful, right? Be that as it may, I do believe that it would fit someone lighter than me very perfectly. For someone darker than me, I think you just might have the same problems I did. But the shimmers are awesome. I loved it. This one I used. So I used this one as my transition right here. She did not show up at all. She's very I think she clashes so much with my skin tone that she might as well be my skin tone. I put her a primer on and I'm putting it on and she's like, she doesn't show up. I think it's just my skin tone. It has nothing to do with her not being pigmented. I think it's just clashes with my skin tone and it does not show up. So it looks like it might as well be a second piece of skin. And then I used her right here in the middle for an overall color. And she is like a super shock shadow. So I had to apply her several times just to even get her to show up enough. And then she flaked off of my skin like some kind of, remember those ones that you used to do in the 90s? They were like those little glitter sprays or the shimmer sprays. Or you can even think about it as like, when you're that new shimmer powder frosting from ColourPop, right? Where you just put it on your skin and it makes you just glittery, shimmery, everything. That's what it did to my skin, like on my cheeks. And I tried to brush it off, and it just spread like some disease from one side to the other. I couldn't get her to get off to save my life. So she's stuck on my cheeks, and I'm just glowing everywhere like some magical fairy. I mean, it's not bad, but it's just, Jesus, I did not want you to do that to me. So let's just start the swatches because there's not that many, obviously. I have the other two, if you guys are wondering, and I will be doing a review for every single one of them. If you guys are new to my channel, I'm sorry. Let me just mention that when a company releases several things to that, like let's say it has 3 palettes in that collection, right? I make one video for each palette because I don't like being that type of person that just smushes them into one video, like she shows swatches of this palette, swatches of that palette, swatches of this palette, and then they use one palette or they use all 3 to make an overall look. I don't do that on my channel. I do each palette their own video because I like giving them their own time to shine. So let's get started. This is the first one that I'm swatching, and I use this as my inner corner highlight. I don't know if it's just the shimmers. Maybe it's because it's too light because it is a taupe. This is the second swatch, but these shimmers are not, I don't want to say pigmented. It's just not building up to that intensity I like. Obviously, she's there. Like I said, look, she looks like this gold tone, but on the beige side, sort of. So that's why, can you guys even see her? Like, Jesus, I can barely see her. Next to her, we have that one that I said that flaked off and made me look like Queen Frosting. She reminds me of a super shock shadow. She's very pretty. She's like a gunmetal gray taupe color, and she has all these multicolored shimmers in her. So even though you can't really tell, she has these very clear, distinctive. You can see it obviously right now that I'm pointing in the light. She has all these little multicolored glitters in there. It's very pretty in person. The last one in that row is the one that I used for, I believe I used her for, no, I didn't use her at all. She's very light. Okay, so this is one swatch. Can you guys even see her? This is 2 swatches. Oh my God, I don't think these mesh well with my skin tone. Let me do it on my hand. You guys see, right? She's like this light camel brown, like a very light version of that. I don't know. I think they just honestly don't complement my skin tone so much. And honestly, right now, I feel like I'm just wearing gray. I don't even think it's taupe to me. It just looks gray. And I don't wear gray at all, you guys. I rarely wear gray because gray tends to either fade away to nothing, just depending on the company, I guess. Or it just clashes with my skin tone and it looks weird on my skin. It just looks pastelish. Yeah, we just invented that word now because I'm just going to say pastelish to all the horrible pastel colors I have. So in the next row, this is the one that I used for my transition shade, I believe. It's that one in the corner right here. I don't know about these colors. I'm seriously not too sure about them. So that's one swatch right there. This is another one. That is like, honestly, that is a taupe brown, if you want to call it that. Oh God, I don't know what it is, but I love Juvia's Plagues, but oh my God, now this one I don't get. And I don't have the first three. I only have the recent three that they just released. So I have the taupe, I have the berry, and then I have the mauve. I'm really excited for the mauves because you guys already know, like, I'm a purple person, and I'm excited for the berry because I love berry tone colors too. But when I bought this one, I was like kind of in my heart hoping that it was going to be darker than it really looked online. Then when I got it, I'm like, you really do look like that. I think if I would have known what I know now, like now, I would have never bought it. And you guys would have never saw a review on it. So the next one right here is this one. And this is the one that I used to smoke out my look right here and all down here. And Jesus, she is just like a gray. I don't know. If there was ever a color that made me look dead, she's the one. I'm pretty sure this is the color that they use in the movies to make you look dead. I don't like her. I just like, did she even show up, honey? Did you even show up to the party? Or are you just hiding in the background while everybody's calling your name and you're just like, I don't want nobody to see me. So the last one in here, you guys. This is honestly a beautiful shimmer, though. When I saw this one, I was like, oof, you're the only one that I like. She is like almost like a brown with this rose tone to her. She's a very beautiful color, though. Thankfully, there's not that many in here. I don't consider it a loss. It was really cheap. What was it, like $14, $16, you guys? Something like that? I don't know. I'll have all the prices in the description box. I'm actually thankful it wasn't that much because if I would have paid, you know, $20, $30 for this, I would have been like, you can take that back. Give me my money. But that's it, you guys. Pretty much I will be doing a video within the next couple of days. I'm thinking tomorrow I might do the other two because this is my second video of the day. So yeah, you guys, I'm trying to like push them all out, like just to get them out the way, you know, because I have stuff to catch up on. Other than that, if you guys want to see how I created this look today, just stay tuned. Okay, you guys, for my first color, I use this color right here. Apparently, I don't see anywhere that says names, you guys. I'm assuming they don't have names. So I'm just going to point to the color that I'm using because, yeah, it has nothing. So this is the color that I used. It is, of course, like a khaki tone. It's a darker version. They almost look very similar to that one. If I'm being honest, you know, this one's just a little bit darker. That one's a little bit lighter. That's about it. I don't know. It's just so weird to me that it doesn't have names. But that's what I used, you guys. As you can tell, there's not much there. Yeah, I don't know. I think taupe just clashes with my skin tone. It doesn't really compliment me. I don't know. It's just weird. So my next color that I use on my overall lid is this one right here in the middle. Kind of reminds me of a gunmetal gray, honestly. When I put it on, I was like, oh, what about taupe? You look like a grayish to me. But that's the one that I used, and I used my finger to put it all over my main lid. So for my next color, I went in with the darkest one in here. It's this one on the bottom. It is this, I mean, we could call it a taupe because it is a taupe palette, but honestly, to me, it just looks like this muddy gray tone. I mean, you could call it a taupe, but just a smutty gray to me. I don't know. I tapped her in right here, a little bit across, and all on the bottom, just completely on the bottom of my lid. I kept it really simple today. Some palettes inspire me to be used, you know. Other ones, from the moment that I got her and I opened her up, I'm like, yeah. I'm actually really, really excited to try the other two because I am like a huge mauve fan. You guys know that. They have the mauve one and then they have the berry tone one, and I'm like really excited to try those. But this is the more neutral base. I've said it once and I'll say it again. I am not a huge fan of neutrals, you guys. I'm sorry, I'm not. I don't mind wearing them once in a while, but it's not my go-to. So that's what you guys are going to see me do. You're going to see me pat it in this corner, a little bit across, and all on the bottom lid. So for my inner corner highlight, I went in with this color right here in the corner. It is a shimmer. I tend to think of it as like a beige gold tone shimmer. I don't know. There's no mirror in here, by the way, so I have to like constantly be looking. I like it. It's like a beige gold tone shimmer. I mean, you can't really see it. It doesn't really stand out a whole lot, but it's there. And that's what counts, I guess, right? I can't complain too much. We're here already. We're sitting down. We're doing this, okay? We're doing this. So that's what you guys are going to see me do. I'm just going to tap it in there with my finger. You already know, so. So that's pretty much it, you guys. You know, there's nothing else. I'm sorry, I'm being extra, you guys. I don't know what's wrong with me. Okay, so let me put on some mascara on this side. I'm not going to put any eyeliner. You already know I'm going to give you guys a close-up. So let me just do that and I'll be right back. So this is the finished eye look today, you guys. Yeah, I just think it's okay. I'm not in love with it. I'm going to be honest. You guys let me know if you guys like this type of looks. I honestly don't use a whole lot of like gray and taupey colors. I feel like they clash with the tone in my skin tone, of course. I tend to stay away from cool tones. I'm more like a warm type of person. Let me back out and give you guys my final thoughts. Okay, you guys, so I'm back, and I mean, honestly, I'm not going to say it's bad. You guys are not going to hear that from me, but these are pretty bland colors, in my opinion. Just for my personal taste, I don't tend to go for these type of colors. Honestly, when I bought it, I probably wouldn't have bought it, but I just thought that they were going to be maybe different in person, because when I saw the tones, I was like, okay, taupe colors, you know, that's neutral base. It's like cool tone, right? It's like grayish on the gray end. Taupe has always been like, well, this would be like a perfect example of taupe for me. Like that color is, that's what taupe is for me. But I don't know. I don't get these colors. I don't get how I would ever use her. Honestly, she is a transition shade to me, but I don't know. First, it just confuses me. Like, I don't even think that would show up on someone darker than me, let alone barely myself. I mean, shimmers, we could always use shimmers, but that dark one freaking looks like, I mean, you can barely tell she's there. Was this made for someone lighter or something? I don't know, because Jesus, she looks like a really light gray, like a gunmetal gray to me, just a light color. And this one right here, it's not even a shimmer. It's like a super shock shadow. So I had to apply her several times, which, by the way, she kind of flakes off. And now I just have this whole mess of shimmer all over my cheek. She has this potentiality of turning into like some body shimmer, you know? You guys understand what I'm saying? Those little bottles we used to buy back in the 90s, where you would like shake it and just spray it on your skin and you'd have all this glitter everywhere. That's what it looks like on my cheeks right now. Like, cause this thing just like fell over the place, and there is no saving it, cause like I could do that. And it's spreading like some disease. It's making it worse. I'm crossing my fingers for the other two. I'm not saying this is bad by no means. I just feel like it doesn't mesh. It doesn't complement my skin tone. That's what I'm going at. For someone darker, I think these ones, these shimmers, and that one for like a transition shade, and these shimmers will really pop on their skin tone. It's just for me because I am more like a warm neutral. Sometimes all of it just depends on what makeup, you know, brand it is. These type of colors just don't look, they look weird on me. It's like a cool tone palette. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just not my go-to colors. I was hoping, because, you know, a lot of times you see that something online and it looks lighter, and then you get it in person, you're like, okay, these are darker tones. I could do this. You're not going to use them. But these ones actually turned out to be, I mean, the darkest one. Y'all see that thing? Like, where did she go? I don't know. I'm going to leave this here. I don't want to make this video hecka long. So, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified each and every time I upload a new video. Until next time, stay warm, stay blessed, and stay magical. Bye, you guys.